Okay, Paul, it was a disappointing loss to Melbourne on Saturday night with the Bombers falling short by just 6 points. What was the message from the coaching panel to the boys after the game?
Oh, look, there was great disappointment in the rooms. Clearly, we know it wasn't our best effort, look, but the message is, and the messaging for the whole week has been about being consistent. And sometimes what you find with a loss, you can learn a lot more from a loss, and you examine it a lot more carefully than a win. So, we need to now make sure we examine it, go through all the details, work out what went wrong, what we can do better, and then start moving forward towards the Sydney game. And that was the message from the coach after the game. It was clearly, let's have a good examination of it on Monday, but then let's start preparing for Sydney on Saturday night, because that's an incredibly important game.
It will be important for Essendon to bounce back this weekend against an informed Sydney side at Etihad Stadium. Coming off a loss, are the coaching staff approaching this week's game any differently?
No, look, there's no really different approach. We understand that what we have to do, we understand the methods we have to take place over the course of the week. So our preparation will be the same as it has been for every other game. We clearly want to make sure that we bounce back from our efforts from the weekend. But the longer term plan is to keep improving, and this is a great opportunity for some of the individuals that had bad games to play a lot better, and certainly for the team and the teamwork to improve on what it was like on the weekend.
Just touching on injuries, how is Dyson Heppel tracking, and is he a chance to make a return this weekend against Sydney?
Dyson's tracking well, so he's certainly in the mix for this week, so that would be terrific if he's able to return. Michael Hibbard's another one who is very close. Now, he's missed a lot of weeks with his hamstring injury, but he's a good chance also to be available for this week. So we've got the possibility of a couple of players, and added to that, we've had some good form in the VFL from a number of players.
Yeah, David Myers and Kyle Reimers were dominant for Bendigo on the weekend against Williamstown. Are they in the mix for the senior selection this week?
Yeah, well, certainly both those guys played well. We were pleased with both their form. So yeah, I mean, it is very important that we do have 32, 33 players that we think are capable of playing AFL football, so guys will be given opportunities if we think that they deserve them. That's not to say we're going to make wholesale changes because of a loss. It was a very disappointing loss, but it doesn't mean that we throw out a whole group of players. We'll assess the form of each of the individuals, and not just over the 1 week, but over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
And Scott Gumbleton had an impressive game for Bendigo on the weekend. Obviously, his return is really pleasing for all involved as well.
Yeah, it was terrific to see, and anyone who saw the first quarter of that game, that's probably the best Scotty's played for a little while, and it's just, first of all, great to see him out on the park, but secondly, to play with the vigour and just the enthusiasm that he showed was terrific. So I think all Essendon supporters that got down to Windy Hill, or those that watched it on ABC TV, would have been really pleased with what they saw. So now the opportunity is there for him to just build on that. He tired towards the end of the game, so let's see if we can build up his match fitness and build him up to where we can get him back playing AFL footy again.
Well, obviously a crucial game this week for the Bombers to secure the 4 points against Sydney leading into a bye next round.
Absolutely, it is a critical game, and I know we say that most weeks, but it is. We've got two sides that have had reasonably good seasons. Both sides would want to get this win up. There is a bye the following week, so there's an opportunity to rest up your players and do a few things. But we want to see a bounce back. We want to see a return of some of the form we've shown earlier in the year, and that's the great challenge that our players in our club have got, and we really look forward to it.
Okay, thanks for joining Bomber TV, Paul.